Tripartite Committee, distinguished guest members of the press, ladies and gentlemen, it is with immense pleasure that I welcome you all to this historic occasion, the inauguration of the Tripartite Committee on the review of the national minimum wage. This committee carries the hopes and aspirations of millions of Nigerian workers, and its work will be instrumental in shaping the economic landscape of our nation. The past year, the life of our nation has been marked by significant economic challenges. The removal of fuel subsidy, while a necessary step towards long-term fiscal sustainability, has undoubtedly imposed temporary hardships on many. In recognition of these challenges, the government made a commitment to cushion the effects on workers through a wage award being implemented currently. Today, we take another crucial step in fulfilling that promise by embarking on a comprehensive review of the national minimum wage. The Minimum Wage Act of 2019 empowers this tripartite committee, composed of representatives of government, organized labor, and employers, to engage in an open and constructive dialogue to arrive at a fair and sustainable minimum wage. This process is not merely about numbers. It is about recognizing the dignity of work, ensuring that all Nigerians have the opportunity to earn a living wage that allows them to meet their basic needs and participate meaningfully and purposely in our society. In return, the workforce, whether public or private, must of necessity ramp up productivity in order to sustain whatever will be the outcome of future engagements. Your Excellency, the Vice President, your presence to preside over this inauguration and underscores the government's full commitment to this process. In due course, the leadership of Mr. President and your good self would be invaluable in guiding the committee and other stakeholders towards a successful outcome. Distinguished Chairman and members, I urge you to approach this task with spirits of commitment, collaboration, flexibility, and patriotism. Please eschew individual interest and focus on the common good for all of us. I therefore wish you fruitful and patriotic deliberations. Thank you all.
Your Excellency, may I first start by saying thank you to Mr. President, through you, for finding us fit to undertake this assignment and for the confidence reposed in us. I want to assure Your Excellency that with the kind of personalities you assembled today to handle this assignment, I have no doubt in my mind that we are going to do justice to this exercise. All the expertise required to do this exercise, all the knowledge required to do this exercise, and I thank Your Excellency for the choice of the personalities that I see to undertake this exercise. We shall, by the grace of God, Your Excellency, make some extensive consultations with broad spectrum of stakeholders to be able to arrive at a new national minimum wage that is fair, practical, implementable, and sustainable for the good of our people and our country. Your Excellency, without taking too much of your time, I want to say thank you again for this honor and recognition given to us. I want to pray to Almighty God to guide the administration and continue to give peace to us in our country. Thank you very much for this opportunity, Your Excellency.
Once again, we gather here today to reinforce our earnest desire to foster a motivated workforce. Once again, we are here to reaffirm our promise to improve the welfare of the Nigerian workers and by extension the entire nation. The labor force stands as a cornerstone of the progress of every nation, and ours has been the enduring engine of our pursuit of development. I therefore welcome the nominees of the Tripartite National Minimum Wage Committee, comprising of the government, employers, and labor unions, who have been carefully selected for the crucial task of renegotiating a new minimum wage for workers in our beloved nation. Our sense of duty today thrives on both our sensitivity to the conditions of the Nigerian worker and the impending expiration of the last minimum wage instrument in a few months' time. It is in recognition of the need to ensure a fair and decent living wage, and in compliance with the Act that the federal government has set in motion necessary mechanisms to assemble this tripartite committee to chart a future that aligns with our collective interests. While the decisions we have taken to save the economy are inevitable, we are not unaware of the short-term consequences. We believe that government is a continuum, and as such we have intervened in the systemic delays that undermine our economic growth. Since the removal of the petroleum subsidy, various committees have been established to examine and make recommendations to the government on measures to cushion the envisaged painful effects of the increase on workers and the Nigerian populace at large. I am pleased to share that action has since commenced on the implementation of the outcome of those agreements and initiatives. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this gathering stems from the deliberations of one of the technical committees, which included representatives from both government and the organized labor. We have identified the need for the review of the national minimum wage and to consider a minimum wage level that can alleviate the sufferings of the people. It gladdens my heart that the recommendation is being acted upon today and we can all acknowledge that this is in line with our democratic process and adherence to the rule of law. I express my gratitude on behalf of President Bola Tinubu to all those who contributed to that endeavor. Given the comprehensive membership scope of the new National Minimum Wage Committee, it includes all stakeholders. Recognizing the significance of this initiative and to ensure a substantial engagement, the President hereby directs that ministers and heads of service of the Federation should personally attend the meetings. In their unavoidable absence, their permanent secretaries should represent them. Similarly, our executive governors are expected to attend in person or be represented by their deputy governors where necessary. I urge you to consider the issue of a national minimum wage and all related matters with thoroughness and concern, keeping in mind not only the welfare of our workforce, but also the impact on the country's economy. The issue of a national minimum wage for the Federation falls within the exclusive legislative list of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended. Therefore, our objective should be to support the basic social protection flow for all Nigerian workers, considering the sustainable payment capacity of each tier of government and other employers or businesses. I express this viewpoint because the minimum wage represents the least amount of compensation an employee should receive for their labor, and as such, it should be rooted in social justice and equity. I hope that the results of your deliberations will be consensual and acceptable to all parties involved. The government's decision, following the consideration of your final recommendations, will be presented as an executive bill to the National Assembly. The bill, enriched by the contributions of state governments and private sector employers, will undergo thorough legislative scrutiny before being passed into law. I am hopeful that the committee will employ the principles of full consultation with social partners and their direct participation, considering the core provisions of the International Labour Organization Minimum Wage Fixing Convention number 131 and Minimum Wage Fixing Machinery Convention number 26, both of which have been ratified by Nigeria. Your Excellencies, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, in accordance with this, the conditions of genuine social dialogue shall prevail in the spirit of tripartism and collective bargaining agreements. I therefore encourage you all to engage in collective bargaining in good faith, recognize each other, and maintain a spirit of give and take. Additionally, please continue your consultations outside the committee as you work towards recommending a new national minimum wage. The committee is anticipated to conclude its deliberations promptly and submit its report and recommendations to the government. This timely submission is crucial to initiate the necessary processes for implementing a new national minimum wage. The President has directed the Honorable Minister of Finance and the Coordinating Minister of the Economy to allocate essential funds and logistics to this esteemed committee, facilitating the timely completion of this assigned task. I hereby inaugurate the Tripartite Committee on National Minimum Wage and extend my best wishes for fruitful deliberations. Thank you, and may God bless us.
Yeah. Let's share ourselves. Yeah, we should share. Yeah, we should share.
That the venue for the group photograph will be
Your Excellency, my name is Senator Bala Mohammed.
Good morning, Your Excellency. I'm Abuja.
Labor and Employment.
My name is Lydia Shehu Jafia, MNI, PAMSEC, Ministry of Finance, the head of Civil Service of the Federation.
Shortly before the first year meeting to March, I would like Excellency, the Vice President, Senator Kashim Shettima, I will make aware that Governor Charles Soludo of Anambra State is with us, is joining us online. Members of the Federal
Mr. P. Watch. Ajax.